class that got to tell them. And, but I understand now, let's, okay, if you don't mind, you want to have something to say. Okay, Mr. Richards? Don't have anything to say? Okay, what about you, young lady? I'm gonna know everybody's name, and then after that, I'm talking about the name.
I have something to say.
Okay.
I wanna know when are we gonna sit down, have a workshop, keep talking about it, we keep talking about it, and ain't nothing happening. Like Sharon just said, we come here and everything is already on the paper, but we have not sat down together and discussed some of the things that we would like to talk about. The only thing we do is discuss or talk about, or just listen actually, to what's already on this paper. We need to have a workshop. All of us need to sit down one day together and talk about a budget. Before we even say that we are going to hire police, I'm just saying, before we even say anything about hiring the police, we need to sit down and talk about where the money gonna come from, how we gonna pay him, how we gonna take care of the car, and all that stuff that's gonna be needed to run the police department. But we need to sit down and have a meeting. Just everybody that's sitting at this table right now, we need to sit down and have a meeting. We don't need to keep putting it on.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand everything. But that's why I made that statement. I have gone to the workshop. It's like a whole lot of stuff piled up on each other. You got to have an agenda to talk about in that. Now, come by my office one day. So I have a list of things that you can put on this here agenda for our workshop. Just like a police department, you can say, that's what we want to talk about. I have that on the agenda. I got 2 or 3 things already started on this agenda from the last meeting to show what we can talk about. Then we can make it work.
That's still you showing.
That's the same thing we're talking about.
That's still you telling us what to do. That's not how the town is supposed to.
Well, that's the same thing.
We're
It's the
supposed to
same
have a
thing.
group meeting. We hadn't had an organizational meeting.
We did have one.
You basically, no, we didn't. No, we
We had
didn't.
one.
When?
We have an organization meeting. We need to organize some things in the town that we hadn't done yet.
It's like throwing everybody to the wolves.
Yeah, not done.
Yeah. Don't nobody know how the finances look. You can come and give me a sheet of paper with a bunch of stuff written over there, but if it's not broken down and we talking about it item by item,
Well, what I need to bring to the workshop to show what the budget, what I need to bring, that's what I'm trying to get at. I don't want all just a pile of stuff piled. I want to have a list what we're going to talk about. If you go to the workshops and things, I promise you'll know what I'm talking about. Because to be outlined every time, now have you went to one of the workshops?
Yeah, you know.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about maybe what was on, it was a list, or they had everything, just, everybody was up there trying to say something, right? Or they're talking about certain things. Tell me a little bit about, I'm trying to get us something that will go on our list that we're gonna be able to talk about. And that's why I say, call up, come by the office and say, Mr. Bear, can you put that on the work where we can have something to talk about?
I think it's 2 different things.
I know what you're saying.
2 different things. Having an agenda is the agenda for the meeting.
Yeah.
And having new business and that before we put it on the agenda, we discuss. So prior to having the town meeting, let's just vote and say the Tuesday prior to the meeting, we have a work session so we can discuss the things before the meeting. So when we come to the meeting, it won't be like we just finding out when we come to the mailbox or when we come into the meeting or about the agenda, because we're not discussing it prior to the meeting. So having the agenda already, because you already know 1 through 6 or 1 through 7 or whatnot, it's gonna be the agenda for every meeting. But the things that we talk about, the new business, different things that we can add to it, or different things that we're working on, we can come to that meeting prior to and discuss some things and then find out more information. So by the time that we do come to the meeting, we'll have more research on what it is that we discussed prior in the work session, not the workshops and conference and different things, but what it is that we can see and what can we do prior to the town. And also, by the time we present in front of the citizens. So we need to just discuss. even though if anything that we don't agree or whatnot, we can discuss that prior to the meeting, so it won't look like we're not on one accord. So not to say we're not, some of the things that you put on there, there's some topics, there's some conversation that was had, but there's no concrete on your input from others. It's coming from what you're looking at, and maybe what you're probably, someone is saying what we need to be fixed in the community or whatnot. But just come together prior to the meeting and just discuss it, and so we can kind of like clean it up and what we need to address.
Have
when we come
noise
to
like
the
that, just be quiet, either way, so we can pay attention. What you're saying is good.
No, I was just saying, since it's already on the table, and I think every meeting we have discussed a work session, and having new members coming on, it's a lot that we're learning at the meeting, not prior to the meeting. And the workshops that we're gonna be going to is gonna enhance us on the knowledge that we need to bring in. But again, we still need to have a meeting prior to the official meeting. So why not just say, if everybody can come on Tuesday, the third Tuesday, why not say the second Tuesday in the month? Or whatever other day that is gonna be available for everyone, so we can just sit down. It don't have to be 2 hours. It could be an hour, it could be 30 minutes, it could be 1 hour, just discuss some of the agenda, new business, old business, what we need to add to the meeting. That's
Right now, what you're saying is good. I'm working on that. I'm just wondering how in the world can I say it? I made a statement more than one time. Right now, we're worrying about what you know. And that's a little bit, when you had not gone to these places.
the workshop.
Now, hold on 1 minute, what I'm trying to get to, the workshops that you go to, when y'all go to that workshop on Friday, you can have one thing that you may have said, I didn't know that. But you go to the workshops, yeah, you're gonna learn something. But now, I wanna just have that workshop and just sit back for a little while and just listen. Cause we got everything right before us. I wanna just sit and listen a minute to see what can we put on the table. Cause we know that, like I said, Ma's about like that. I mean, we can't just put on the table that, but I already know that at some point, the police department got $40-some thousand in it. And now, if for some reason that be spent, yeah, we in trouble. Where the money gonna come from? But it's not gonna be spent like that. Now, later on, we're gonna get a grant. So now, what I'm saying now, we gotta have some on the table just to bring to the workshop. Unless we always can come up with something that's, now, get some experience, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to get to, get some experience. When you go to the meeting Friday,
It's not gonna discuss the police department update.
they gotta bring us
Like
a whole lot of
Like
things.
tonight, A, it says new business, old business. A, police department update, Chief Kevin.
That's what we're talking
So
about.
we're not gonna learn that in the workshop.
There gotta be some
No,
related,
I'm saying it's not gonna be learned, but no.
you don't know
it's
that
not.
until you go to the
No,
workshop.
I'm just saying, in the workshop, what we're saying is this, what you put on the agenda, we're not saying that we against everything, that's not what we're saying, we're just saying, we just need to meet and discuss these things that you think that should go on the agenda, and let's discuss them prior to the meeting. We're not saying that we need to go to the workshop and work session to learn. These are just common knowledge, that the things that you see,
understand.
just like the restroom, we talked about restroom in the park. We don't have to go to the workshop to learn how to put agenda, old business and new business. We can look around to say, what are some things that we want to work on first? What are some of the concerns that's within this community? So we don't have to go to the workshop to learn that. It's just that we just need to meet prior to the meeting, so you can sit down with us and say, these are some concerns that I wanna talk about in the meeting. And then if we have any ideas or any concerns that we can add to it, or maybe some things that you probably want to put on here, then we say, oh, how about this? We can add this, because that's a need as well. Those are the things. I understand what you're saying, and I think that's in the work that we all want to get that training, so we can be knowledgeable about the policies and procedures and the laws that we should be able to do as the town of Moss, the mayor and council members. but these right here from A to L, those are some topics that we can discuss prior, just to get the knowledge prior to the meeting.
No, but, when we have that workshop, we're gonna put something together now, but like I say, you gotta go to your place to see what's gonna be on the, you're gonna be a call agenda. Okay, Ms. Richard, did you say you had a question?
No, I don't.
I got
Yeah, I mean, everybody wanna talk, I don't care if it sounds, I don't care how it sounds.
So, this is just a simple question. You mentioned the workshops. My question is, the legal municipality book, law book, does that, which one overrules, these workshops or the legal municipality law book?
Well, both of them about the same, it's all depends.
The workshops,
I
so
mean, you
are
gotta stay within the
equivalent to the law
law, you
book?
gotta stay within the law.
Okay, so according to the legal municipality book, it tells us how these sessions are supposed to be ran. It also tells us how the town is supposed to be ran
Yeah.
according to the population. So if we were to have that book in front of us, in regards to these work sessions that is being requested, if a certain amount of council members request that work session, it should be granted. However, since I've been in and we've been requesting it also prior to, I see that it has not been done. So personally, I have an issue with that because we're not applying what the law states according to that booklet.
I mean, name one thing we're not applying to the law.
The work session for one,
The work section,
Right.
what you're saying about the work section?
for us to get together prior to these meetings amongst the community and discuss these things, because the agenda is also discussed in that booklet, how it should be set up. The budget that was just mentioned a few minutes ago, which in the law book is to be discussed amongst the council and yourself, which we, are the ones that said it. We have not gotten together and done that since we've been elected. And this is coming from the booklet, not myself.
Well, we're gonna have that work section there, I'm gonna see just how, what you're talking about. But like I said, you need to visit other towns and see if they ran like we are, or they doing by whatever the book we're talking about, or whatever. You got to go visit now. Cause like I said, you may know.
We can visit, but, you know, at the end of the day, we don't wanna visit a town that's over there not doing what the booklet says they should be doing, because if we follow them, we may get in trouble. So we're gonna get that law booklet, and we wanna follow what's in that, you know?
Cause right now, I mean, I'm looking at this one right now. I mean, you can take this somewhere else, and what you gonna say, something wrong with this?
It may not be according to the booklet. I
What the book supposed to say? You ain't gonna do this here?
Have you gotten with your council members and discussed this prior to?
Yeah, I mean, you have 2 or 3 days to go in your mailbox and say if there's something you don't see, right? Then you go come to us and let us know.
That's not a meeting.
I mean, I'm talking about you make the
But
statement
that's
where
the
all this
purpose of
stuff
the
here.
work
You don't just
session.
get this last minute.
That's the purpose of the work session.
Huh?
It's in the booklet. It's part of the law. That's the purpose of it.
So you're saying that work session should be done every time before you have a meeting?
Yes.
Well, now,
Well, not so much of a work session, but like she was saying, at least we can get together and kind of know what's going on. Because when I picked this paper about this,
Well,
at
okay.
the mailbox, I mean, and I'm lost. And if I don't pick it up till I walk in the door, I'm lost, cause I'm like, oh, I didn't know we was gonna do this, or we were gonna discuss this, because we didn't know in advance. It doesn't
Well, I put it
necessarily have to be a
that way.
work session every time we have a meeting, but what she's saying, if we could just still come together and meet and say, you know, we're among ourselves instead of us, and I'm saying, just like that, y'all, don't be offended. Instead of looking stupid in front of, I'm saying, don't.
I'm not
don't
saying
be
nobody
like
getting
that
offended
now.
about it, you're supposed to speak like that.
I'm looking stupid in front of the, visitors, cause they looking like, they don't even know what's going on, and no, we don't. And I'm not calling anybody stupid. I'm just saying.
We got it down.
Okay, this was, the way it sounds to me, that you got time for a meeting, a work section, you do have time for it. We're gonna put something together and say, okay, this is the day we're gonna have it. Now, with that gonna be a problem, they're gonna say, hey, maybe now I gotta work that day. We're gonna put something together. But now what you're saying, I guess for 40 years, we've been doing wrong. For 40 or 50 years. Because I look back at our books and show that the money went to zero compared to now.
Well, I wasn't speaking.
But I'm trying to get my point over now, the only thing I'm saying, that where.
But we wouldn't know about the money because we haven't been.
I know, so this your first, you just got here really. I'm just trying to say this here, and now to understand a little bit more, you got to go to other places to see. Ain't no way.
Mayor, we live in Moses, I've been living in Moses over 30 years. And who would know better than what Moses needs besides the citizens that live here? I don't need to go to Hayneville and see how Hayneville's running their town, how they run their meeting. We have common knowledge of everything that we need to do. I know I have experience, and I know I have knowledge. I sat on several boards in different arenas, different places. And I know for a fact that this town is not being ran the way it should be ran. Because you are not getting input of the, council at all. And last administration, you didn't get the input of the council. You continue to do everything the way you wanted to do, it, and we just sat there and let it went.
Well, right now, we're gonna have a work session to see what you all talking about. I think where it sounds to me, I'm just really lost.
I know.
Because number one, y'all been here.
Yeah,
Y'all been here for, like I have been here.
right.
Was it ran different from the here? I know, I look at
Yeah,
paperwork.
we have discussed things prior to meetings. We do discuss a lot of things prior to
I
meetings.
mean, I saw that too, but discussing, I'm talking about far as granting this stuff like this here. That's what I'm saying. I've seen it. I mean, I've been here a long time too, and I saw it back then.
It's not fair.
Because I learned a lot just from the other council, mayors and things.
Yeah, but at some point, we got to sit down and we got to come to agreement.
I'm gonna listen to, like I told you, I will
What needs
listen.
to be done, because, and maybe this one
I
work
want to see a
session,
difference.
maybe this one work session, it can be for the entire year.
I want to hear it, but I don't want to mess this thing up now, and come out, a work session, I mean,
So you wanna change, okay?
no, what I'm trying, let me finish because my thoughts, I'm getting old now. And now I'm trying to say, I forget what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Not that old now, but we all both can't talk at the same time. Now, I have been here for a long, long time. I mean, I can see why somebody's shaking their head because you don't know or don't understand, or hadn't been here long enough. Because if we're gonna see can we make the thing better than what it is. But with no money, no revenues, very little, I want to listen to everybody, especially new ones, and have them just come up here and just act and pretend and like you the mayor for a minute, so we all can see what we can do to change this here. Now, what can we do to change it? What needs to be changed? That's what I'm trying to figure out. We have to learn that in our meeting. But what I know is what I know. And I feel that after compliments saying we're doing a good job.
So when we have are you finished with it? I know you said.
Yeah, I'm finished now.
So when we have the work session, you are going to let each and every one of us
That's right.
voice our opinion. You're gonna listen to us and let us finish talking before you cut us off.
Well, just don't say that, don't say that I'm gonna do that, because I don't know that, just tell me what you want. Because you're saying,
I'm asking you a question. I said, are you gonna listen to us?
I'm gonna listen, yes,
That's
I'm
what
gonna
I'm asking you,
listen.
that's what I'm asking. I saw you gonna listen to us, listen to our.
I'm gonna listen at you, then I'm gonna listen at that one, then I'm gonna listen at that. Listen at you, are you gonna listen at me, that what you're
Yes,
supposed to be saying?
we want to be able to listen to each other. Okay,
I'm gonna listen to
I wanna be
everybody.
able to listen to you, her, and her.
We all gotta listen to everybody. We're gonna do that, we're gonna listen to everybody. Okay, go on. Huh?
Are we agreeing that we wanna have a work session?
Yeah.
And you agree?
I'm gonna put one together.
That you're gonna put one together. and then we'll be able to.
I'm gonna put one together.
Put a date together, that's what you mean, right?
I'm gonna put one together, the date and all that, gonna deal with that.
Well, it's gonna
But I would
be-
like for
it's
some
gonna
of
be
y'all to
questions
go.
that we wanna talk about besides yours, right? I'm not being funny. I'm just
Well,
saying. There's gonna be stuff.
I'm
that we
gonna
wanna-
listen to everybody. I'm gonna listen to everybody, now, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna listen.
So if I got an idea, you gonna listen to my idea, so I can bring it to the table,
If
right?
we're gonna do something to help this town, I wanna
I
hear
ain't
it.
gonna never sit there and try to do that, I'm
But,
gonna handle it
I'm
down.
gonna find some time, I gotta be after Christmas, after New Year's. Then we're gonna have to be able to put something together, I'm gonna go to some more workshops. Cause like I said, if you don't know what to put down, what in the world you gonna put down? I need somebody to come down too, and have somebody come and talk with us during our workshop, like we did in some meetings that we have had. And then now, we may be understanding about what we can talk about, what we can do. So like the person made a statement about, the potholes. But now, we gotta make sure that if we both say, hey, we're not gonna pay nobody else, but we gotta make sure that we're within our rights. And that's what we gotta understand. Sometimes you may tell me about me being a mayor, and, people pick me because they felt like I know. Now, I'm here for a reason. You here for a reason. I'm supposed to listen at you, because you may give some good ideas. But like I said, if you go somewhere and start going around and listening and take time, and go by these places, find what day they're gonna have workshops, we're gonna try to have some dates and things like that, where if somebody can go, and, you know, you'll be able to go and take off work or whatever you're working. And, so far, things are going good, and, now, we have Ms. Myles to speak on
Hill
the
Myles.
and she said about appointing and hiring of the chief of police, Kevin Mitchell. If you would, come to the front, and, come to the front. And,
You do this.
keep up the time.
So what, they only have 2 minutes?
2 minutes. Okay, now, I can't go one, there's her
We
shoes
not
on
talking,
now.
she don't wanna.
Okay, y'all can sit down now. Y'all go back to your seat. Hold on a minute. Y'all can sit down. Yeah, I was just saying, she's on the agenda.
We know
They
what
were-
the
they
agenda
were-
is.
It's
You say you want
No,
on the
it's
agenda.
okay,
Yeah,
it's
we
okay.
told- She on the agenda.
We good with that. It's
Okay,
okay.
no, we good with that. I mean, we don't want to mess nothing up now.
No,
I
we're
mean, right or right.
saying that they just gonna go up there just to support Ms. Hill.
That's
It's
right.
fine.
She's on the agenda, and she gave us a note about what she wanted to do. No, don't speak.
Okay. Well, most of you all know me. My name is Hill Myles. And my son Shanada Hill was killed early part of this year. And Chief Mitchell, I have a problem with the hiring of Chief Mitchell. Because Chief Mitchell had something tampered with the evidence. His nephew, I think it was his nephew, shot and killed my son.
Do you know that sister nephew, or do you know that?
I know that, I definitely know.
Okay, that's.
Mr. Mayor, I talked to you about the situation.
Mhm.
I talked to you about it because I was asking you to do an investigation for me.
Yeah, I remember.
And you asked me, said, well, I'm gonna talk to Scooter. I told you, I said, no. I said, because Scooter had something to do with it. I said, I didn't want him involved with it. And I'm fighting for justice for my child, for my child. I don't think Chief Mitchell should be a police guy here amongst us. I really don't. Because he is crooked and fired from Hayneville. They fired him, he did not retire, they fired him. It was publicly, all over the news, newspaper and everything. So why we already have enough chaos. Why bring chaos to our town? And I'm a citizen down here, I voted for you. And by you appointing him as police officer, That's like slapping me in my face. I gotta talk to you. Way before you appointed him. And I'm fighting for my son, whoever had involvement with it. I'm fighting for justice for my child. For my child. And I'm talking to you, all counsel them, to help me. To help me. Don't put this man as chief of police down over. True, we need a police officer, but he's not the one. He's not the one. He's not the one. And I just want to, say that and stuff. Help me get some justice. Do the right thing. That's all I need. That's all. Thank y'all.
Okay, you're welcome. We don't clap.
I know that, man, come on.
That's not clap.
Can't control everything people do.
I mean, we got
Come
to
on, man.
understand now, we got to understand.
People asking about something.
It was just respect.
I
It was
understand, I do
just
understand.
respect.
Like I say, I understand that, but they don't do that in the courtroom or nothing.
Bring
They don't do that no time.
Council, I had
I never, ma'am, let me tell you, I admire you. If any way I can help you, I would do that. But like I said, the school is not here to defend itself. And I don't like to have something to say about somebody and they're not here to defend themselves.
Well, the news said enough,
And I know you watch the news, Mr. Bell.
Huh?
and the lounge seats
And I know
said
you do.
enough.
But I was hoping you would be here, but you had to be gone on the case.
And then, Mr. Bell,
And by heat take, go ahead.
we even listened to you.
Okay, I don't want y'all to
Repeatedly.
because everybody else want to do the same thing.
No,
So she take it, I can't let you talk.
But her 2 minutes was enough.
I can't let you talk, man. You're gonna have to do it in order, but somebody else can say, and they're gonna say, they let me did it. Now why you not gonna let me talk? We're gonna stay within.
Okay.
Okay, now, you already had your
You
question.
you said what's enough?
Huh?
You said what's enough?
Repeat that.
He said my 2 minutes, you say my 2 minutes.
Oh, your 2 minutes
was
may
enough.
not be over. Go on, stand up. You got
Okay,
something else
and
to
I'm
say?
saying,
Go on, stand up.
I'm saying this. I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna sit down.
Oh, you got a few minutes, come on.
Don't you know all of this is get back for Hayneville, you bringing him down here.
Huh?
You bringing him down here in Mosses. All this is to get back at Hayneville.
But-
To let them know y'all ain't did nothing.
I know.
Y'all ain't did nothing. I still can come down here and get a job and get paid and come back over here. That's what he doing.
And the job
I'm
should
not
have
a
been
lawyer.
advertised
Listen,
anyway.
listen,
It should have been
listen.
read in the newspaper, anybody who
Okay.
want to apply for it.
I mean, let me tell you this here.
Yeah.
Can I say this here now? All of like,
Have me and you are neighbors.
let me tell you this here.
Yeah.
Have Mr. Bell,
It's
me and
wrong.
you are neighbors.
It's wrong.
Huh?
Me and you
And-
are
and-
neighbors.
Because you wanna
You
handle
stay
it
right here and I
your
stay
way.
over there.
Every neighbor.
No,
We are
because he
neighbors,
wanna
Mr.
handle
Bell.
it his
I told you,
way.
if anything I can do to help, cause I'm for real. then
Tear
I'm
up
for
his
real.
paperwork, that'll help us a lot.
Cause you are the mayor.
Okay.
Because
You
Alabama
the mayor.
have an at-will law. You don't have to hire him. Your city councilman should have been involved in this. It's not like this is new to your ear. This is not new to your ear. We sat here and listened to you stress how to tell these councilmen to go to other places. Look what they're doing. See the goodness in these places. Okay, go to Hayneville and see what Kevin Mitchell
Okay,
done,
like I
and
said,
you wanna
we
bring
don't-
it here.
Oh, man, I'm not
You
being
wanna bring
ugly,
it
man.
here,
Listen now,
and this
listen,
is
listen.
not allegedly. This is true facts. Go, you said you do your research, go research how
Yeah,
many lawsuits
listen.
that Kevin Mitchell have caused
Next time, be on
Hayneville. But
the
you
agenda.
talking about speed bumps.
But I said,
You talking about, he's a liability to this community. He's a liability. So this is not business, this is personal.
Sure will.
Because you hired him without the respect of your counselor, and hey, like my sister said, she put you here, and you disrespect. This is what you give her. And we're not talking behind Kevin Mitchell back. We'll say the same in his face. He has no business from Hayneville here.
Yeah.
What are he gonna secure? Have you even seen how he talked to the judge? That lady did affidavits and all. She filed complaint through the state, through the attorney general office, didn't saying the disrespect, the cussing. Do you think he gonna respect these ladies?
No.
No, cause you don't respect them.
You don't respect her.
Okay.
Let's go.
And she
Let's go. And
confused
the
you.
next paper
When
come
you
down
said what
here,
you said.
it will be legal paper. If this the game you wanna play,
Okay,
we gonna
listen,
play it
listen,
too. Y'all, let's
listen,
go.
y'all
Go ahead.
take
Nothing
the
else
floor.
to
Thank
say.
y'all.
You
Thank
know,
y'all.
saying the city council, no respect, but we will get justice for our nephew.
That's right.
And you use this scooter down here to try to cover up stuff. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. We said enough. We said enough. Let's go. You don't tell us not to call my nephew dead. But this ain't your child. Hell, I felt better. Your child
Ma'am,
had
ma'am,
to
we
the
gotta
police
have our
officer.
court.
I felt better if you had hired your damn boy down here.
I said we got.
I felt
We take
better.
that to court.
Way
We don't have anything to
better.
do
Why
with that.
Scooter can't go work in Greenville places? He banned it from the old place. And you know that. You know that, Hank. You wrong. But you sit here and you talk about God, and I was just burning up to hear you say this stuff. When you know you doing wrong, you know that's wrong.
It's wrong.
And Shania was your family.
So
We
what?
blood.
We blood kin.
Blood kin. And you know
And I
that.
talked to you about
And that's how you make us feel. So you part of the problem.
it.
You part of the damn problem.
This is not a courtroom. The only thing a person can do is avoid their opinion, because it's not a courtroom, and at some point, school is not here to protect itself or whatever, and nothing I can do about that. There's nothing I can do about that. Now, we get paperwork, we get something to show, then yes, I can see myself saying no. So that's how I see it.
But as the mayor, it came to me as a
Came to me and they did that.
Right,
And I understand, ain't no problem. We didn't tell her not to be on the
No,
agenda.
I'm just saying,
But
just
she was
looking at
very
it.
upset, and I'm sorry,
And
the
she
child
has-
gone.
And they have the right to be upset, because anytime you put
I
into this
understand that.
situation, but I think at the thing is, you don't have to speak for him. You don't ever have to speak for another person, but as the mayor, you still have to have that empathy for what you just said, and just listen to a lot of people.
The
that have
only thing I'm
different
saying, I
concerns.
did, but at some point, listen in here, at some point, this is not a courtroom. I don't even know, don't have not one thing to show that the school was fired.
Well, that's bad.
I don't have not one thing to show that we don't need Scooter down
To
here.
not have all his.
I don't have that, I don't have that.
Don't say that, because it's actually.
Okay, we're gonna have to, we're gonna go, cause we know something
Yeah,
talking
no,
about that.
yeah, remove it.
It's not our
It's
business.
not, it's that right there. You don't
Leave it
understand,
alone.
because it was out,
Just
so
leave it
as a
alone.
mayor, your concerns. That's-
Leave that long, so we're not even in that.
Honestly, I'm just, I'm so emotional right now too. I'm at the point where if we're about finished, I think we just need to.
Well, we're not finished yet. We're gonna have to be emotional. Yes, she was upset, and I understand why she's upset. But nothing I can do about that. That's a court case. There's nothing I can do about that. Nothing you can do about that.
We really at the bottom of it.
Somebody will bring me some paperwork and show me this and that. Then I can say, look here, I ain't taking up with nobody. But you gotta show me something. You can't just tell me you know, you got these things. But that's a court case. That's a court case there. They had to go with Judge Johnson or whoever dealing with that. And that's just how it works.
Why are we taking on something that somebody else doesn't want?
So what now?
Why are we taking on something that somebody else doesn't want? You said it's a court case. At the end of the day, if this was a court case and evidence.
Well, we don't have anything to do with it.
But it doesn't matter if that person had something to do with a relative in a criminal case, that was a conflict of interest. So that shows that ethically, this person may not be suited to be the best person for the
Well,
position.
may not, that's right. The word may, but we got to know these things. We got to know these things. We can't just talk about.
So we're gonna bring them
somebody
down here and
say-
risk the liability, we're gonna risk taking that liability in Mosses, and then we get sued because of something that they do down
My
here.
thing is,
But you made that decision, that was your decision. We didn't have, well, let me speak for myself. We didn't have anything to do with it. So I'm not going down in any type of documentation for choosing that individual. If anything comes down to the town of Moses against your chief of police, Naisha Gordon Harris didn't have anything to do with it.
But listen to me, we'll make this real short now. I just said we don't have anything, I listened to her. But
No,
we
no,
have
not
got
me.
to have document. The judge probably have to send me something.
But you
After
chose,
court.
you chose.
After court now, I don't know nothing now.
You chose that was the individual that you picked.
I didn't know
So,
anything.
I don't want my name attached to that choosing, is
Your
what
name
I'm
don't have to be
saying.
attached,
So
'cause
we
you was
speak
not
for
there.
ourselves. You chose that
So
individual.
by you hearing what they're saying and how they feel, will you do the research and find out what's going on?
I'm not gonna do a research. That's their job to bring it to me.
No, it's not. If you gonna hire,
That's not
if
my
you
job.
hire somebody into the
I hear that one
town,
person, who wanna talk first?
me,
Okay,
if
go on.
you are hiring Scooter to come work down here in the town, that's your due diligence to go.
Well, that's why I said I want somebody to bring me some
Don't
documents.
nobody, you.
I'm not gonna
you-
go out there, 'cause I'm not a lawyer.
That solely lands in your lap, as far as.
I know what
hiring
you're saying,
Scooter.
Sharon.
As far as you hire Scooter, so that's your position to go and find out what's going on with Scooter. If you have accusations, you have concern from the citizens, especially somebody's child has been killed, you should, just like you preach to us about having compassion for old elderly people and people in the neighborhood, go check on somebody, go do this and go do that. You should have that same, if not more compassion for these young ladies that came in here. These are the citizens of the town, and they have spoken. And so, you need to get off and get up and find out what's going on, exactly what's going on.
Okay, you and are you been a
No,
councilman?
I'm not the mayor, I'm not the mayor.
Well, I'm waiting
I'm
to
not
let
the mayor.
somebody give me some
I'm not the
documents.
mayor.
I'm not gonna rush into it.
I don't
I'm
have the
not
right
a
to,
lawyer.
hire
I
Scooter.
do private investigation sometimes, but I'm not gonna do anything with that case, because I'm not
It's not about
allowed
a
to
case.
do that.
It's not about a
That
case.
case already in the process.
We're not talking about that case in particular.
Now, I
We're
don't know
talking
anything about Scooter, about that case at all.
But that's why it's so important that we meet prior to when he was appointed.
That's what,
And if his name was mentioned that you was gonna appoint him, we learned on the day that we was getting sworn in.
I just,
And we never had a meeting. You made that announcement on November the 3rd.
did it have something to do with
No,
Scooter
I'm
right
saying appointed. It don't have to be, his name could be Peter.
now? I'm saying,
Peter,
we're talking about
Paul,
that right
and
now.
John. I don't care who it is, but that decision was made by. And so that's why it's so important that we meet, so we are aware, so it won't be a surprise. And then when everybody else started getting it, then we got to kind of defend and kind of say, well, you know, we didn't have a decision, or I don't know what's going on, because we learned it at the same time as everybody else. So that's why it's so important that we have those workshops. So anything that you feel like you wanna bring, let's
I'll bring
discuss
it. That's
it,
what I'm
but
gonna
not
put on
pop it
there.
out on November the 3rd, when we get sworn in, and it's not a town hall meeting, it's getting sworn in, and you decided that you wanna make this big announcement, and that's how it traveled, because that was my first time, I'm speaking on me. That was my first time hearing about who you was gonna appoint, that was my first time hearing who the person was, and again, I don't know anything personal about him, I just know of. So I can't judge anybody who you appointed, but it's a decision that was made and how it was made. And then, so when you have the citizens
You can appoint
approaching us,
somebody. You can appoint.
we don't know anything about it, so you gotta think about it. We got to defend the decision that you made, not we made. And so this is a prime example how that product, that decision you made, that we have to still defend and show empathy to people in the community that we're serving, and saying we're gonna serve, protect them in different ways. It don't have to be that cheap, it could be somebody else, but that's a prime example
Let me
that we
ask you
bring
this,
in. So
okay.
that just bottom
I
line.
understand. But listen at this here now. Listen at this here. I've done a car before. You hear gospel. You hear a lot of stuff out there. But if you ain't got something in black and white, you ain't got something in black and white from a court system, it won't pay. We don't know nothing about what we hear. We got to have something right. And she did say right there that she had something to know for facts. Schoolers that got kin folks that got off. Once you show me something, you think I'm gonna tear it up and say, yeah, I'll keep you.
She told you before you appointed her.
Said, go out there and search and myself. No, that's not my job. Now, if Miss, the lady that lawyer, whoever that may be, she wanna hire me, yes, I may look into that then, but me being a mayor, I could not do that either.
Well, Mr. Bell, since I'm new, as you say, and I have no experience, tell me this. No, you said I have none, that's right, I don't, so I'm gonna ask you a question, so you can enlighten me. When you decided to choose this individual, I noticed that there wasn't, I'm suspecting that there wasn't a pool of individuals, since he was the only one that was announced, so, how was that one individual selected instead of, looking at other people of interest? Just curious.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you, he was down here way before I became mayor. Scooter was down here, he was the public safety director at one time, long before I got here, so we kept him here as a public safety director.
Paying
How he
him.
got here. Now he began to work down here at some point. We paid him through the town money, being a chief of police, acting as the chief of police. But when he left, the guy that we had, it's not just somebody I picked up out the street. I don't know anything about this case now you may know something about this case. Well, you should be a witness to go say, I know something about this
I
case.
just wanna know how.
Because we can't just make up nothing now.
But you said he was a public safety director?
Yeah, he's been there way before now.
Okay.
Way before now. He's not a stranger in this town, at Marsden. So you may not know what I said, you
So
gotta
he was
learn.
already, and as public safety director, enlighten me on what it is that.
Well,
he
public
was
safety
doing in that
director is
position.
more like being a policeman also. We deal with people that acting, or either somebody coming here with some guns right now, and want maybe do something. He's a public safety director, he's got guns, maybe protect all of us. That one way of saying public safety director. Or either somebody come down or something, want to do something, he can say, hey, I'm the public safety director, you have to go through me. It could be that, but he was an acting as police now, at one time, right here. So now, we got to learn, now, somebody keep talking about that, because now, what I believe that when you got a case like that, you must keep your mouth closed and get evidence some kind of way. There's nothing you can do but go to court and say, I know for a fact, Scooter got fired. I got paperwork in black and white to show. I'm just using that for an example.
And if that was to happen and they were to bring you that evidence, then as mayor.
You got evidence, you gotta have evidence. You can't just say,
I'm just asking if the evidence was presented to you, what would be the next?
well, something present to me and it's real. I'm not gonna hire Scooter then if it's something real present to me. But that's just say I'm gonna find him now as a chief. I mean, I ain't the biggest dummy you think I am. I've been a police before. And still may be one. But at some point, you gotta have evidence. You got to have evidence. You gotta go to court. When that court case starts, try to be in court and see how judges or whoever the judge is gonna be, to see how they're gonna react to that. And that's why I say about cameras out here, we need cameras. That's one way that you can see a lot. But just talk, and you ain't got nothing in here. All in here is what we spending. It's in black and white. You can't find no mistakes. If you did find one, we can correct it. I don't feel like no mistakes. But for someone got hurt or something, yeah, they hurt. I'll be hurt too. But now, we're saying now, all the talk that we have heard out there, but we don't have nothing in black and white. That's a setup you call, if I would say, Scooter, you go. You was in that. Show me some black and white. The case, if they got a case, it's gonna be presented in the right way. And you try to be in court that day. And then say, I know somebody told me this, but I've been there, so you sit down. Because you can't go by what somebody said. This thing is real, what we in now. We gotta have all of what you see now, guess what? We're gonna have all of this here. Now, what we're trying to avoid some of these things by putting cameras out there, and we can go straight to it. Straight to it, because the camera now show.
And who's gonna have access to those cameras, just curious?
Well, Harvey up there, go ask him right now, can you get a picture of his camera?
No, who would have access to the cameras that you are,
The law enforcement, sheriff department, you talking about for here?
right?
Okay, the
ones that
cameras
you're
here, I
going to
got you.
incorporate.
Well, yeah, all of us really, but most times we like this, one in the clerk office right now.
At the town, the whole, what we trying to do now?
Well, just say somebody, let me use the word now, if somebody got hurt out here on this campus, who they gonna come to? They'll come to the sheriff, to the mayor's office, and we're gonna let them look at the camera. And that's just how it works.
So that would go through you and not the public safety director?
Well, you gotta be, the police gotta be right there, right then, they gotta be number one. They gotta be number one. You have to go through them, that's why we want somebody like that. You have to go through them along with me. By me being a mayor, now I got a tough job, you just don't see it, you got a tough job too. Then all of us can be right there together. But now that case, what you was talking about now, it's just a hot case, it's real sad.
It is, but I just
It's
want to
real
know
sad, real sad.
if they submit
But
company.
if I had a case, that's me now, if I had a case, nobody know my case but me and my lawyer. Nobody else can know about it. And that's how it's supposed to be. There's nothing y'all can do to help. Now, if for some reason, somebody bring me some paperwork, because Scooter was supposed to have been here, but he had something he had to do. And he couldn't defend himself. And that's how it worked. There gotta be other, all like in Montgomery, how those cases be done? Go in court and see how they solve those cases. You see how it works. Now, back to this here, now we done got off a little bit, but I think that now, we got, visitor, I wanna appreciate y'all coming, and wanna be on the agenda, be on the agenda. Come with facts when you see things that, like what we saw in there. You gotta come with facts. You can't just say you're gonna say somebody did this here, or someone done that. You got to have something, a camera, to put your picture, like you taking pictures. That's all we needed that day. That's all they needed that day, but I heard how we got cameras all around that place. But we've done real good, but like I said, if you know something going on with that case there, that council member, go help if you want to. I don't know anything, not nothing. Now, if somebody bring me some information, I'm not gonna tear it, I'm gonna keep it and look at it, and I'm gonna see what can I do about it. If something I can do about it, if it's wrong, there's nobody work down here if they're wrong. But all this here, I had heard all this before now. All this here before now. But you got to have proof. Now, we're gonna get a policeman. Now, there won't be somebody like a Betty, I'll never forget. We had all these policemen down here. Somewhere they end up leaving. We asked about a background check of nothing. We accepted. Now, this case comes up, it's a tough case. Somebody got hurt, killed. It's a tough case. But make sure that you have proof when you open your mouth.
Let me just say something. She wasn't asking you to start a case tonight to find him guilty or anything like that. Only thing she wanted you to do was show her compassion for her situation.
Well,
And to say all you had to do was say, I understand and I consider that, instead of us running around the Woodbury bush about this, that, and the other. Because we understand that I don't have anything to do with what happened. All I know is I'm a mother that has lost a child, not that way, but I do have compassion for a mother that's grieving and lost a child.
She came to me
And
already.
so I'm not gonna shoo her away and tell her, I don't know about this. You should have shown more compassion than what you did. That's just, But I guess if it's
I
not
didn't
in,
do
it's not
anything
in.
about that. She want me to say, screw you, fired
She didn't
today.
want you to say that, she just wants you to hear her out and be more.
I had talked with her,
about
I had
what's
talked with her
going on.
before
I
now,
wish-
I had talked with her. I told her anything I could do to help, I
That's not
tried
what
to
she
help.
wanted. That's not what she wanted.
I understand, I
That's
understand
just hard when you
the hurt, I
go to
understand the hurt that she
and
had.
they don't care about.
Okay, now, I recognize the visitor. We left now, forget about that case, unless you could find some ways or help
It's
me.
not for me to find, but I do have compassion for her.
I have.
And the lounge
called.
signal do stay
I had
up.
already talked with
And
her.
it's common,
I'll try
knowledge,
anything I
public
can do
knowledge
to
about
help.
what's going on. And I don't have anything against Scooter, but it's public knowledge about what's going on, and that's all she wants you to consider. Her feeling, it's like a slap in the face, bringing him to this town.
There's nothing I can do about that case.
There's a lot you can do about it.
Not really, not
There's
right
a lot.
this minute.
As far as,
This calls a lot to deal with
hiring,
that case.
it's a lot.
That's a tough case, that.
You don't, it's not about the case, it's about
Who we
bringing somebody
picking?
in to work over the citizen that.
No, well, so what, now repeat that, bring somebody in what?
Nothing,
We're taking notes.
I rest my case.
We're taking notes. So that's a case that we don't have, that's a case, listen, on the, how can I say this, that's a case that where
We ain't trying
we
to-
gotta know what we're
We're
talking
not
about.
trying to solve the case, only thing she was saying was the
That's the same
person,
thing,
no, it's not. Well,
yes.
yeah.
Can you consider waiting, I mean, if she can bring you some information, can you consider not, appointing him or not hiring him until we have facts? Can you at least consider that?
I cannot assume that, because that's already, that's in the making.
hired.
We got the school gonna come here.
The lounge signal already reported he was
School gonna
fired.
come here,
He said he already been hired and appointed.
what you hear when
I
school
thought
came
that's a
here?
different from
wanted to
appointing
see
being
my
hired,
paper.
because the council member have to be the one.
You're gonna appoint someone,
Well, you
you're
can
gonna appoint
appoint
someone, then after y'all gonna hire him or not. That's just simple as that. Y'all gonna have that power to do that soon.
Yes, I thought we had a power to hire him, but you had a power to appoint him.
Appoint him,
It's our
right?
decision whether we hire him, but we could.
That's
say we
right.
don't want
You
him.
going off what you heard in the street.
No, I'm talking about what I know.
What's the
I'm talking
law?
about her, I'm talking about for this case, for a
No,
student.
I'm not talking, no, what I'm saying is, what she was saying that he's hired, what I'm saying is, he's appointed, but from what I know,
He's
the
appointed.
council, yeah, he's
Appointed from
appointed.
What the paperwork says, he was hired and appointed. I'm just reading.
That's what
Hired, and appointed, that was the two same words, really.
That's why they spell different.
He hired, he's hired.
Third,
Hired and.
but he was appointed in November.
You understand? Hired and
Already
appointed.
No, I'm just
He is
saying,
already hired.
November third,
No,
He's already on the
November
payroll.
third, he was appointed from what we were told.
he's appointed,
He was appointed
yeah.
in November
He
third,
had not
prior
been-
to the meeting that we had.
Yes, he was appointed as being the chief of
He's
police.
already been hired and appointed, and it's been approved.
And he started work January 1st.
So,
We're gonna work with anything that we can concerning all of us. But I have to be careful what I say or what I do. I'm not gonna tell you. You already know you're gonna not get in that no kind of way. Already know you're not gonna do it. But if for some reason you get in a case, good, it's good to get in it, if that's something you wanna
I
do.
don't wanna get in no case, I was just asking a question.
You just ask a question.
I'm not trying to get in nobody case.
So let's remove the case, so the policy is, when he appoints someone, then prior to hiring, they got to come and.
I'll show y'all.
Right?
Sooner or later.
Okay, sooner or later, so this is the person who we appointed, but we have the last say so.
Right.
You don't have the last say
No,
so.
I'm
But
trying
you
to
need to have
clarify.
evidence.
I'm just trying to
Because you're looking
clarify,
at-
appointing and voting and
That's it.
hiring and coming in, cause this is the person you appointed.
Just say,
And then,
I'm
so-
making it really plain and simple, just say right now, this is the governor, right now, you're the governor right now. She get real sick. Now, be me too, get real sick, somebody gonna appoint the other governor, chief going?
That was already in position.
Already in
In
position.
position.
Then not later, somebody's, I'm
But
growing
we
against
didn't
that.
have a person that's
We
in
don't have that, so
position,
that's,
but this person was appointed
yeah,
by Mayor Bell.
that's correct. A
Okay.
little different than that.
It's a difference. So then we have to, on the work session, that gonna be on the agenda that we discuss.
We ain't got to put that up, unless I see that, that's already in there.
I'm asking questions.
We're not gonna
No,
put
I'm
that,
asking a question,
Just
because I was
ask a
trying to
question.
understand the process, because it was something that brought to the table, so before we make a adjourn, we just make sure that we on one accord. So he was appointed
he was appointed by me,
by
as
you,
being the acting chief of police.
okay?
Then later now, he's going to be voted through you all that you want him or not.
Before he
You have
worked.
your ideas about why you don't want him. You have ideas why.
What,
You don't
what
want
is later? Is there
Oh.
a time frame?
Yes.
She said,
When
"Yeah,
later?
time
Huh?
Is there a time frame? Like,
Now,
you say
time
later?
frame, which I put one down on that.
So he's not gonna get paid.
Yeah, he's getting paid, he's gotta get paid. He's a worker.
Later could be 2 years.
frame." He's already hired, if he's getting paid, he's already-
Yeah.
Appointed as a chief of police.
Oh.
Later could be 2 years.
Whatever they that was, what they that was.
So he's already,
He's
he's
not
getting
getting
paid.
paid.
He
I
just
was,
said
I
he's
am sorry.
He said he's gonna get paid before we,
You ain't gonna get paid, you're working, you're trying to get out of all that stuff together.
his words, not mine, I'm just trying to make sure I understand.
But I'm saying he's not getting paid now, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying he's gonna
He get
start
paid,
getting
just not
paid
got
before.
paid.
In January.
Not paid. He's gonna keep his hours, I told him like that.
Keep his hours.
Probation, 90 days.
Well, I ain't got
You know,
no-
I'm just
I
saying,
don't
just like
know.
you go on a job for 90 days.
I don't
He can't have no hours if he need 30 days between Hayneville and a new spot. How could he get hours in them 30 days?
Not like that.
So you-
That's illegal.
Keep his hours, what do you mean by that?
Let me, push that
Like,
out.
when you say he keep his hours, you
Keep
talking
his
about
hours.
what?
Let's say he can go to the state building or whatever he may be doing,
Uh,
keep his hours. Then now we'll know how much we're gonna pay him at the end sometime soon.
He just said he can't work for Hayneville to here for 30 days.
I have a
To,
school number here. Can I give
you gonna back pay him?
Yep.
Scooter said that was illegal,
Okay, every
so.
question, I have to see you all out there, you heard what you, and, like I said, that some cases, we don't get into those cases. And I just kept quiet, and I was listening, and that was it. But y'all be on the agenda next time, you got something to say?
I just have a
on the
comment, not
next
a
time.
question.
She said she has a
I just have a
comment.
comment.
So what now?
She said she has a comment, not a question.
Okay, what's your comment?
My comment is, for 5 years, I sat up here on this board where you all are sitting right now. We have not had an attorney that was for the council and the mayor. So there's a lot that you all need to, huh?
We have one, we have one that we use her, and she was, what was her name?
That was a lady that signed the thing for the park, I understand that. But the town needs an attorney. Town does not, you all don't need to be sitting up there
That's why
going
we
behind.
can hire one anytime we want to, we
What's the
hire as
problem?
needed, it's in the minutes.
What's the
Hire as
problem?
needed.
What's the
You was
problem?
here, we hired this lady come down one time, and we paid her. And now she on our book now, when we need her. If we need a lawyer right now,
Yeah, you need a
we
lawyer
can
right
appoint her
now.
right now, we can say, hey, we need you right here. But we don't see what we need.
It's sad, it's really sad. Things need to change.
Okay.
And when the community gonna have a community
We
meeting?
need, yeah, we need.
When you gonna have a community meeting to say these
Okay,
questions?
before we adjourn, okay, that's good.
You don't hear me?
Okay, there's no question before we adjourn. Not, I'm asking for a motion to adjourn.
The motion that this meeting is adjourned for tonight.
Got a second? I get a second.
Now, you heard Scooter say it was illegal for him to work for the town of Mosses between December and January. But you just heard the mayor say he gonna back pay him during the time it was illegal for him to work.